The things you'll discover on the internet. Now maybe some of you knew this, but I was not aware that our own Lulu Vetter...
Oh, you have everything you need, baby Lulu, then I guess I don't need you for this contest entry. Go away! Go away!
used to be a world famous international child star. Look, it's a K-mart. You don't actually see many of them these days, but they still exist. Mom actually used to work for K-mart for about 20 years. She started at this one and moved to another store they opened in the area, which closed in 2002, but this one's still around, kind of. It's kind of depressing in there, so let's check it out. Well, at least I know where to go if I'm ever looking for a piñata. I mean, it's gotta be fun beating Dora or Elmo with a stick, right? And while I'm at it, why don't I just look straight up at SpongeBob's SquarePants? Oh wait, this is Up with Dad. I actually blundered and gave my dad his Father's Day present a week early because I thought Father's Day was on the 13th. Imagine my surprise when I found out it's on the 20th. Well, that was kind of a bust. Not that there wasn't plenty to make fun of. Just, apparently, it's inventory day, so every time I bust out the old flip cam, there was an employee up my keister. I wanted to show you their piss poor music and movie section, which was even worse condition than the last time I was in there. But I couldn't. Sorry. Maybe I'll try again someday when it's not so inventorial. Now I'm on my way to the theater to catch the A-Team. I was a big fan of the show as a kid. Kind of disappointed in this summer's movies so far. Last summer I was broke most of the time, so I missed a lot. Well, this summer I got money and there ain't much worth going to see. So I've got to say I enjoyed the A-Team film pretty thoroughly. Like I said, I was a fan of the show as a kid. Some people seem to think that the movie would have been better if it was been rated R, but I think that would have made it too different from the show, and I don't think you always need an R rating to have a good movie, but you'll never convince people that believe that to be true of that. Why am I fucking yelling again? This doesn't happen until I turn on the fucking camera. Charlton Copley, who played Howling Mad Murdoch, pretty much steals every scene he's in. And of course, you have Liam Neeson. I've actually been a big fan of Bradley Cooper since Alias, where he played a very different character than he's ever played since, basically. Usually he kind of plays this smarmy, womanizing douchebag kind of guy. Alias, he was kind of a geek reporter in love with a girl that wasn't interested in him. I even thought Rampage Jackson did a pretty good job as B.A. Baracus. He wasn't given a lot to work with, but when he needed to, he was definitely a badass on screen. The only cast member I really had a problem with is Jessica Biel. I mean, sure, she's pretty, but I've just never found her believable in anything she's ever been in. So definitely check it out if you were a fan of the classic 80s series. The movie kind of plays like a prequel. It shows us how the team met, shows us what they were framed for. Of course, it updates everything from Vietnam to Afghanistan, and they carried over a lot of stuff from the show. Why is BA afraid of flying? You actually get to find out why in the film. And they definitely left the ending open for more adventures, so hopefully we'll get another 2 or 3 A-Team movies. I did read an interview with director Joe Carnahan talking about the film. He said that a very well-known rapper auditioned for the part of B.A. Baracus. He wouldn't name who, but I'm gonna guess it was probably 50 Cent. Anywho, he said it was probably one of the worst auditions he'd ever seen, so I guess we were saved from that nightmare. After the movie, I went and hit the comic book store and picked up a few things. Final issue of Terminator 2029, so the 3-issue miniseries, written by Zach Whedon, who is Joss's brother, who was also one of the co-writers of Dr. Horrible. And let's see, I got Ultimate Spider-Man number 11. And the rest of these are all the same title. Fell a bit behind on this, so I tried to get as many of them as I was missing that the store had. So I picked up 5 issues of The Walking Dead. 59, 65, 66, 68, and 72. Walking Dead is a great zombie book. If you haven't checked it out, you definitely should. In October, AMC is launching it as a series. You can check out some of the first set photos online. And then, of course, I picked up a June previews catalog. Look at this. J. Michael Straczynski doing Superman. How freaking awesome is that? And, well, I'll probably do a video about some of the weirder shit I find in here over on my own channel. Almost forgot to mention that I got this at the theater. Pretty cool little mini A-Team poster. That's one perk that this theater chain does, is that they give out these mini posters. Most of the time it's not for anything good. In fact, the only other movie they had available was Marmaduke.